Hi everyone. My name is Jamison. I'm one of the summer students with the Armstrong Chamber of Commerce this year. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for coming out tonight. This is a way better turnout than I expected, especially with the weather, so this is awesome to see. I also just want to get a few things out before I miss all of them. I also just want to thank the artisans and vendors for taking time out of their day to come out here. I know there are a lot of Indigenous events going on today, so it's really awesome that we were able to have something in Armstrong for the first time. So this is a very big deal for the Chamber, and we're all really excited. I wanted to thank the City of Armstrong for allowing us to close the roads off for the evening, which was a bit hectic, but we got it done. I also wanted to thank the Public Works crew for their help and the Legion for allowing us to use their parking lot. I also just want to say a huge thank you to Riley for taking the time out to provide amazing entertainment for tonight. It is very appreciated. Whoa! Yeah, give him a hand. He's killing it. And it is my honor to ask Chief Doug Thomas to come up and say a few words.
Good day, everybody. Quite a busy event for us today. As you know, it's Indigenous Peoples Day. And, you know, the more times I come out and do these talks and speeches, you know, it really makes me feel that we're not that far off from truth and reconciliation. You know, so many people across Canada are, you know, taking heart, you know, the stories of the 215 and the Kamloops. And, you know, it goes a long way in understanding the oppression that our people faced. You know, we were taken out of the economy for, you know, 2 solid generations. So when you hear about truth and reconciliation, you know, we really are getting caught up, you know, in education, housing, employment. And I hear there's a lot of artisans and First Nations vendors in Armstrong, which is great to hear. And, you know, when you think about the people that are not here, you know, my mom is here. The mayor here, you know, he went to school with my uncle, who was a year younger than my uncle, and he's not here. You know, it's sad when we think about and take note of the ones that didn't make it this far. And that is part of why today is, you know, to honor those people that went to the residential schools and didn't make it. And, you know, part of reconciliation is understanding that part of our history, because it's very uncomfortable for many to hear and comprehend. You know, when I was here a couple of weeks ago doing the opening the 100-year anniversary of the brick school, to see those kids over there, to see the smiling faces of these little 6-year-old kids, and to realize that that was the age of our people that got, you know, put on these cattle trucks and herded off, you know, to the residential schools. You know, those are the hard things to hear. And days like this, coming together, the more we do it, the easier it becomes. The more we understand really that we are one people, you know, that our communities are joined together, you know, and our histories will come together, and we will understand each other more when our history becomes mainstream. Because, you know, part of the history books, you know, that I've read, it didn't write very well narratives around us. You know, we were meant to be laborers, and that was part of, you know, the government taking us out of the system. So hands up for coming out and supporting this event, and I'm looking forward to many more. Is there gonna be more? Excellent. Good job, everybody. Okay. And we have the honor of hearing the, I think, Dodie Jones and her drum group from A.L. Fortune. So I believe they'll be doing a song at 6 p.m. and at 6:30. So Cook's Jam, everybody.
Awesome, thank you. I'd now like to ask our mayor, Chris Pieper, to come up and say a few words.
Should be able to get it. Thank you very much, Jameson. And before I start, I'd really like to thank Jameson for all the work that she's put in to making our first, hopefully annual event happen. And we're all wondering how it would turn out and everything else, but it's turned out fantastic. Just look at all the people here. It's just great. Thank you very much, Jameson. So now I go back to the script. So there's a little bit of history here, people, so you're going to have to listen closely. So I'm incredibly pleased to be here this afternoon. National Indigenous People Day marks the joy, history, art, and culture from across our country, as well as the summer solstice, the longest daylight day of the year. Here's the beginning of 6 ideas to get started on National Indigenous Peoples Day. Learn the land. As you travel across the country this summer, acknowledge and learn the traditional territories that you travel through, as well as the land that we live on. Celebrate Indigenous culture in Canada, as well as our local culture. Enjoy Indigenous food. People have eaten it for thousands of years, so don't be scared to try it. Educate ourselves on reconciliation. It is important that we all understand the cause. Empower yourself to join the conversation. Read the recommendations of the Truth and Reconciliation Committee. They require political will from local to federal governments. Joint leadership, as we have in the rail trail. Trust building, accountability, and transparency, as well as a financial commitment to resources. Attend a powwow. If Doug doesn't personally invite you, just go to one in Enderby. They have them. They're great. Buy Indigenous crafts. We have Indigenous vendors here tonight, and support them. Their culture, their handicrafts have been passed down for thousands of years, from elder to elder to elder to grandson to granddaughter. I welcome everyone to enjoy the events planned for this evening, and it's my sincere hope that we all take away new experiences and understanding of the outstanding contributions of the Indigenous people to the land and to the culture of our communities here in the Okanagan and to all of Canada. Thank you very much.
Sorry, I'm small. Lastly, I'd like to ask Lori Shepard to come say a few words.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Lori Shepard. I'm the Vice President of the Armstrong-Spellmachine Chamber of Commerce. First, I'd like to respectfully acknowledge we are on the unceded territory of the Secwepemc people. I'd like to thank the Splatsin community for partnering with the Armstrong-Spellmachine Chamber of Commerce, presenting this Twilight Market in their recognition of Indigenous Peoples Day. And I'd like to thank Chief Doug Thomas for honoring us tonight with your presence. So, enjoy tonight, talk to somebody new, enjoy all the vendors that are open tonight. Don't forget the people in the storefronts and the people along Okanagan Avenue as well, and have a good time. Thanks for coming out.